Good morning, YouTube. And it is morning. We happen to be up late, and my daughter decided to open up this package we got earlier today. And I have one already, but I liked it so much that I got another one because, again, I liked it so much. So let's open it up and see what it is. And I'm sure you can tell by the title of the unboxing what it is. Looks like they crushed the box a little, but this here was one of my funnest cars to run. Oh, it really was. Every time I get the remote in my hand, I just feel so good about it. Now, my other one has some problems. It's actually not mine anymore. I gave it to a friend of mine because he needed an RC and he's got to learn how to drive. And they are pretty durable. I really wouldn't know exactly how durable they are because my first one got run over by a car and it still ran. So that seemed pretty durable to me, but then after that it seemed like I had hinge pin problems in the front. So as you can see, it's a DHK Hobby Zombie 8E, and they dented my box. But either way, it came pretty quick. Sounds like something's jiggling. That's not always good. But so there's that. Let's throw this away. Now, what do we got on the side of the box here? It's a 1/8 brushless. Now I already got the metal spur for it. Okay, and I'll tell you right now, this car is very fun to drive, and it takes a 4S. It comes with a 3S, but it takes a 4S, and even just the stock battery that it comes with, if you even just grab a regular maybe a whatever milliamp, but if it's like a 50C, it's gonna put more power into this because the stock I think is like a I wish they would just tell me, but a 20C. That's what I thought it was, a 20C. So there's a big difference when you up that to a 50C or 100. I don't really run 100C in my cars. I don't feel comfortable about it. I don't even feel comfortable about, most I'll go is about 60. That's just me. I've actually ran 100C before, and my Cheetah 21101, and I mean, these were steel dog bones, and I was surprised the diffs didn't go, but the dog bones bent within the first couple of laps, and so I don't know what was up with that, and it was only on 3S. So after that I decided, and it also had ruined my rival MT diff. I had to replace that, and we're talking the spider gears inside the center diff. So that was pretty wild. I believe it affected another one of my cars. I think the Kaiju. I'm not sure. I ran it I had a pair of them, and I ran them in the Kaiju, and I felt like the Kaiju was taking a beating, so I took them out because it didn't sound right. It's like when I put it in the Cheetah, immediately, as soon as I started, like it had this punch. It was crazy. The punch was crazy, and then all of a sudden it was rattling, like you know, basically like steel rubbing up against the plastic arms. So here's this side of the box. If we want to take a look, let's see what we got here. We got aluminum shock tower with threaded aluminum oiled filled shocks. Now I like them because they're gold, very pretty. That definitely adds to the allure of this car, but it isn't just that. This car drives really well. I like it, put it that way. It's one of my, as far as driving goes, one of my favorites. You could do flips all day, all day. Now on 3S, you got to use the hill a little. You know what I mean? And you got to kind of know what you're doing. And this is one of those instances where you want more power, because the more power, you don't have to worry about barely making your backflip. And you know what I mean? And instead with the 4S, you have no problems doing a backflip. And you can, and it's so easy as far as like just adding enough gas to give you that perfect flip, or you know what I mean? Because you could just floor it and do a quick flip and then hit the brakes and let it land. But this particular car, you just can backflip however speed you want, and it's very reliable. So, in my old one, the hinge pin broke. I wasn't happy about that, and it just became a headache after headache after headache. And finally, I liquid steeled it in and everything, and it's been holding up. But I have a feeling it's gonna go again. And I think what happened was when I got run over by the car, because I've never heard of, I mean, as far as I know, I don't know of anybody else. You can let me know in the comments or whatever. I don't know of anybody else that have had any problems with the hinge pins on these like this, where the hinge pin keeps popping out, that one hinge pin. And I have to say, I don't really like the setup, and I'll show you when we get into it, of the bumper. The way it's over the hinge pins like that. Let's take a better look and you'll see what I'm talking about here. Sorry for the box being all messed up. They evidently decided to slam it around. But that being said, I think she's a durable car, and boy do I really like this car. Not only what I mean now is the looks of it. So I guess this would be if I was in Europe, but then again, this comes from Banggood. So, and if you order from Banggood, I would suggest not ordering the expedited shipping. If they have U.S. priority mail, get that. And the number one thing I would always get from Banggood is the Banggood, if they have the option of the Banggood shipping, which I'm not really sure exactly what it's called. I think it's Banggood Express shipping. I'm really not sure. Not sure. And yes, that's right. This car does not come with the tires attached, I believe. That's right. So as you can see, here she is. Beautiful body. Now, my other body broke really easy. That being said, it was cold out, but I'll tell you right now, she's shattered and basically is all duct taped down. The other one. I actually should probably grab that one, and I will in a minute, just to show it to you. But yeah, beautiful car. I'm hoping with the warmer weather, and I like these tires, so I doubt I'll be changing them. If I did, I would throw some Kaijus on here, because then definitely on 3S she would have an easier time flipping. Also, on the inside, and I want to get into it now before I even open it up some more. Take this off. And that is, and let me come over here if you need me to. And that is that, look how beautiful that is. I mean, I also have the DHK, and they say it's better. I do love it. It's my Maximus, DHK Maximus, and it's very similar. It's another 4S rig. However, it runs in series, and you know, if I was smart, I'd probably grab that too. But like I said, it's very similar to this. Like I said, you can get the metal spur gear here. For this particular car, I would definitely up the diff fluid if you're a basher, flipper, and you know, things like that. I would definitely up this diff fluid to thicker, because, and obviously everybody, if you don't know, then you should know that you should up, if you're going to be a basher, you should up the weight in your shocks. Okay, less weight for when you're going around corners and stuff like that. And also, having too much shock fluid leads to stiff shocks, obviously. And what that does is when you hit a bump, it will knock your car off course. Whereas if you hit a rock with thinner, it kind of just goes over it like it's supposed to, and it stays straight. So, and it's the same, kind of the same idea with the diffs. If you have light diff fluid, you can take those corners better, you know. And whereas if you have a flipper or a basher and you have thicker diff fluid, you get more ground, you know, tire to the ground power, especially with the